Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Dominic Perrottet has acknowledged enforcing vaccine mandates during the COVID pandemic was a mistake. The former NSW premier made the stunning admission during his last speech to Parliament on Tuesday, in which he also warned against ministers being passengers of the public service. The former Liberal leader highlighted how the vaccine mandates forced frontline workers such as police, firefighters, and healthcare staff to leave their jobs, which put a further strain on already understaffed services. Health officials and governments were acting with the right intentions to stop the spread. But if the impact of vaccines on transmission was limited at best, as is mostly now accepted, the law should have left more room and respect for freedom, Mr. Perrottet said. Ultimately, mandates were wrong. People's personal choices shouldn't have cost them their jobs. Mr. Perrottet claimed he tried to be rid of the mandates as quickly as he could when he took over as premier from Gladys Berejiklian following her sudden resignation in September 2021, just days before Sydney's 3-month lockdown ended. However, he conceded the vaccine rules should have been removed faster. Elsewhere in the speech, Mr. Perrottet bizarrely described himself as the political love child of former Prime Ministers John Howard and Paul Keating, and said the coalition under his leadership reshaped our city and state, and laid the foundation for a promising future. Over 12 years, our government took a Bradfield-like attitude to governing, he said. The coalition spent 12 years in power before they lost the 2023 state election, prompting Mr. Perrottet to step down as leader. Mr. Keating was one of many notable politicians in the public gallery watching Mr. Perrottet's speech. Mr. Perrottet praised Mr. Keating for helping him realize the power of imagination in politics, despite being from opposite sides of politics. He also once said to me, "Dom, I had to teach my bastards to care about money, and you need to teach your bastards to care about people," he said. Mr. Perrottet also thanked Mr. Howard for being a constant source of wisdom. He saved his biggest appreciation for his wife Helen, the mother of his 6 children. "I have never properly appreciated or thanked you enough for the sacrifices you have made for our family and putting your own career on hold to support me and mine," Mr. Perrottet said. "You carried the mental load at home, while regularly toiling away late at night on your legal work as a major in the ADF, well after the kids were in bed, and rising well before they woke. You have made so many sacrifices with such selfless love and care over all these years. I can now understand why you seemed so happy during my concession speech on election night." The former premier also shared 5 lessons from his 13 years in government. "What I have learned is that the real opposition in government is not the opposition, it's the status quo," he said. Mr. Perrottet also urged his political peers to not fear challenging bureaucrats to ensure they don't end up as a hamster on some government department's wheel. Ministers must also be persistent and determined to hold the public sector to account for implementing reforms, because even simple ideas can face immense resistance, he said. Mr. Perrottet announced he would be leaving his political career last month to work for mining company BHP in the United States. "Politics is about winning the future, and you do that by having ideas. May the best ideas win," he ended his speech.